Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, May 24th, and this is the search news we covered over the past week at the Search Engine Roundtable at SRoundtable.com. First up, Penguin 2.0, the fourth version of Penguin, is now out and about. It was released, I think, 2 nights ago on May 22nd. This supposedly impacted about 2.3% of English queries, and it also impacted international queries, other languages, but specifically Google did not say how much because it depended on the amount of spam in those languages. This Penguin update went deeper, more comprehensive, so it actually looked at more links deeper into your website, how those were impacting your website. It was more comprehensive, and MacCon said it actually affected more websites. The thing is, a lot of people are actually saying it had a less of an impact than the Penguin one, according to these analytics tools out there, such as SEO Mozcast, different SERP metrics, as well as the sites that actually track to see which websites actually increase or decrease in terms of search rankings over time. In that case, anyway, the Penguin 4.0 or 2.0 release is out. We wrote about it yesterday. If you want to go ahead and enjoy the chatter, I hope you guys were not impacted by it. But if you were, over time we'll actually release some tips and other things to help you along the way. Talking about a Google update, there was also a possible Microsoft big update on May 21st, 22nd, or 23rd, around there. There were a couple people actually asking me about it. I didn't really notice any chatter about it. Some person posted Webmaster Rule thread. So I checked SERPs.com and SERP metrics, and they actually did show some fluctuations. The thing is with big, typically there are a lot of fluctuations going on in general. I posted about that this morning. Sprint was slapped for a user-generated spam penalty by Google. It was a manual penalty. It probably impacted one or two or a section of Sprint's website. It seemed to be happening coming from the community forum. This is similar to the Mozilla and the BBC penalty that happened months ago. Google's MacCon actually went in there and actually went ahead and talked about that update as well and told them what to do. Google's site command is a little bit wonky right now. Specifically, Google released their domain clustering change this week, I believe, and because of that, it actually impacted how site commands for some people show up. So if you do a site command for Google.com or for Amazon.com, it might show up to 30 results because of this domain name clustering feature, host clustering feature. MacCon said it's a bug. They're working on fixing it. It should be released and fixed next week. Obviously, the takeaway from that is not the bug, but more that the domain clustering is actually out. And it actually can be impacting your website, your traffic. Google released conversational search to the desktop. It's kind of like Apple Siri or Google Now, or actually Google Voice Search, where you actually talk to it and Google will talk back to you now. I have a video about how it works. Basically, you ask it questions and Google will not just show you the search result, but it actually will show you, or actually speak back to you conversationally with results. So you can say, who's the President of the United States? How old is Barack Obama? How tall is he? You don't have to actually, you can just have a conversation with them going forward. Google also updated their Rich Snippets data highlighter tool. So the data highlighter is basically a WYSIWYG highlighter for marking up your web pages. They added 6 new data types. I think even some more right now, but they now have articles, movies, TV episodes, events, products, local businesses, and software applications. I think events were the only one that was originally there, and they added more going forward. So if you want to take a look at that, you can. So webmasters are fairly upset about that MacCon specifically has responded to Mozilla, has responded to Sprint. I think John Mueller responded specifically to BBC. It feels like MacCon only responds to those who are large brands. So a lot of webmasters are upset by this. We wrote a post about it. Does webmasters, does Google give personalized VIP attention to big brands? Obviously, Google wants to, this stuff is important. If Google responds to Sprint or Mozilla, people will take notice and actually use that information towards their own website, but people are still upset. I also posted this morning specifically about how a specific Google Webmaster Trends analyst, basically backcuts, he's not in search quality, but he basically helps webmasters. He spent an hour trying to help one webmaster whose site was hacked, but he couldn't get the information to call them, to email them, or anything. The contact us form wasn't there. The who is was private. The email address listed bounced back. So there was nothing he could do, and he tried an hour to help a single webmaster. So it does happen where Microsoft actually Google actually helps a lot of small webmasters. Google Maps has changed their rating system. Now it's back to 5-star reviews instead of the previous scale, which was poor to fair, good, very good, and excellent. Now it's a 1 to 5-star rating. I think it's over a 60-point scale, but it's slimmed down to a 5-point scale. Google AdWords has launched their ad keyword planner. It basically combines it combines two of their keywords tools, such as it migrates the traffic estimator and the general keyword tool. It puts it into one. It basically gives you a workflow, a planner to actually build your keywords. Google also announced on the AdWords side flexible bid strategies, which basically let you basically bid differently within the same campaign. So it gives you a lot more flexibility in how it works. There's different scenarios I posted here. If you want to take a look at that on May 22nd, I posted different scenarios of how it actually works and how it can actually help you. Google AdSense now officially lets you modify your AdSense code. Before it was totally against their terms of service. Now you can do it only if, I'll quote, it does not artificially inflate ad performance or harm advertisers. They did this specifically for the reason because people were complaining that they're not able to serve up ads properly on their responsive design website. They're not able to do A/B testing. They're not able to set up custom channels dynamically, and the ad tag modification features as well. But you can now do that, which is a major relief for AdSense publishers. Yahoo has spent $1.1 billion to buy Tumblr. Marissa Mayer, ex-Googler, now CEO of Yahoo, promises not to screw it up. And finally, If I Had Glass winners, the 8,000 that won, are now being invited slowly over the next several weeks to pick them up at Google. Before it was Google I/O, 2,000 Google I/O developers were able to actually order them, and they actually all got them before the Google I/O 2013. If they actually were shipped to them or bought them. If I Had Glass, 8,000 people won. They are slowly inviting people into that, including myself. I didn't get invited yet to pick it up, but you have to pick it up in New York or San Francisco. Or I think San Francisco or Googleplex and Mountain View. Hopefully I'll have it next week. I have no idea. In any event, that covers the Search Buzz video recap. Today again, it's Friday, May 24th. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.